Hello and welcome to my video on how to create currency value in leaderstats, add or subtract currency, and I'll be explaining how to create a remote event to communicate between a local script and a server script. Let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and go to your server script service, click on the plus sign next to it, and go ahead and open a script. This is a server-sided script. You can name this whatever you want. Right now I'm just going to keep it a script for the video. You're going to first notice inside the script it's going to say print hello world. We're going to go ahead and delete that, and first thing we're going to add is a variable. We're going to get the players, so you're going to do local players equals game get service players. And just type it up just like that. The reason why we're going to need this in the script is because we're going to need, when the character is added, for it to run a function, which is what we're going to create now. We're going to go ahead and create function. Let's say on player entered, it's going to be a new player. There we go. And then here we're going to set our variables. So on the next line we're going to go ahead and do local stats equals instance dot new, and we're going to make it a model. So what this is going to do is going to create basically a model inside your players workspace. Then we're going to type stats dot name. As you can see, anything that we put in this variable stats, local stats instance new model, then below anything that you type the same variable that you use, like stats.name, what that does is basically changes the name of that model that we just created. So we're going to go ahead and want to name it leaderstats. That's going to create a new model named leaderstats under your player name. Now we're going to want to parent it. What that means is basically where we want to place it. We want to go ahead and place it under your name, under your player name. So we're going to go ahead and type stats.parent equals new player. And there you go. If we run this right now, it's not going to do anything, obviously, because we don't have the player added function, but we can go ahead and add it now underneath add, put 2 spaces below, and type game.players player added connect, and then the function that we created, which is on player entered. So right now if we run this, go into players, find yourself, which is in my case IFartNukez. Boom, I now have a model called leaderstats under my name. That's great, we're on the right track. So now inside that leaderstats I want to have a currency. So let's say gold. We're going to go ahead and type local stats2 equals instance.new, and we're going to create instance value. Well, we could also do a number value, since it's just going to be numbers basically for the amount of gold that we have. So we're going to go ahead and type stats2 dot name equals, and I'm gonna create gold. So this new number value that I've created is going to be named gold. I'm going to want to set a value. To start, it's going to be 0. and then I'm going to want to parent it. So I'm going to want to create it, let's say in stats. So when I type this, I'm sorry, I should put stats2, because this variable does have to be different from the first one. But now as you see here, when I typed stats2.parent, I put stats, what that's going to do is it's going to create this gold number value underneath the leader stats. And there we go. So now we have under our leader stats a number value called gold with a 0 value. So now that we got that done, next step we're going to want to do is basically have it change. So we're going to go ahead and create in started GUI, new screen GUI, put in a new frame, move this frame, let's say for testing purposes, right in the center of the screen, kind of make it like a little button there, and then we're going to add a button. Let's put in text button. Let's go ahead and go to the text buttons options, and we're going to look for size. I'm going to change this to 1, 0, 1, 0, so it's the size of my frame. And there we go. Now we have a little text button. Now inside that frame, we're going to go ahead and create a new local script. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and delete this print up on top, and we're going to type local button equals script.parent. Now we're going to type local function by something. We're going to create a function basically that's going to run when that button is clicked. So right below that function that we just created, we're going to type button dot mouse button one click connect by something. You can name basically by something and whatever you want. I'm just using it for this video. Doesn't really matter what you name it. And then at this point we're going to create in replicated storage a remote event, so we're going to name it by events. Just for the sake of this video, we're going to type game.replicated storage by events fire server, and we're going to send basically the item that we're changing with this button, and we're going to do a comma and the amount, which is 5. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and replicate the storage. We're going to go ahead and create that remote event, and we're going to name that remote event by events. Okay, now let's go to server script service. We're going to create another script. Just name this script by events just for this video, so we don't confuse these two scripts. Go ahead and delete that on top, the famous print, and here's where we're gonna listen for that on server event. So we're gonna type game.replicated storage wait for child by event on server events connect function we're going to want to take in the player, which the local script sends automatically, the item, and the amount. And there we go. So here we're going to type if item equals to gold, then, so remember earlier in the local script I sent over this value gold. In the by event, we're going to make sure that that's what's being sent for item, gold. Once that's done, then what we want to do, we already verified that gold is being sent, so if it is being sent, then we'd want to edit the player's value of gold. In this case, it's going to be player, which we sent here, dot leaderstats dot gold dot value. And we're going to type plus equals or minus equals, depending if you wanted to subtract or add the gold, and we're going to type amounts at the end, and that should do it. So whenever that button is clicked, it should automatically change it. Let's verify if it's working, and there you go. Gold is raising up. If you go into the players leader stats gold value, as you can see, it matches. And that's it for all this video. My next video, I'm going to be adding basically how to save the gold value, and we're going to be using data store too. So if you like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned. I'll be releasing a database 2 video very soon. Thank you.